Hello, I'm going to explain how to set up your squads for bear trap for my plan. Um, the first thing you need to know is on the bear trap, the bear doesn't fight back. There's no defense. I think we mostly understand that at this point. So defense doesn't do us any good. Okay. We all understand we need to join with Jesse, Jasser, Suyu, or Geronimo even. Um, we all need to call rallies also, and we need to use our best heroes with the best hero gear on. For Jesse, Jasser, Suyu, and Geronimo, you don't need to put hero gear on them. They don't need to have the best hero gear. They can have hero gear on them. It doesn't matter. It doesn't count when you join. Your hero gear doesn't count. Only your hero gear only counts when you call the rally. Okay. The second thing you need to know is that calling a rally on the bear trap does not consume a march. Therefore, when you equalize your soldiers, when you have a rally called on the bear, when you do it live like that, right there during the event, the issue this creates is it divides your soldiers by the number of marches that you have unlocked plus one. Okay, calling a rally on the bear does not consume a march. Okay, but it does count when you're equalizing your soldiers. So I recommend sending 4 to 5 marches depending on the heroes that you have. If you have Geronimo unlocked, using him to call your rally is preferred over Sergey only. Okay, if you have Natalia developed to at least level 3 skills, you want to use her. If you have Flint unlocked just with level 1 skills, Flint is a badass for rally calling right now in this stage. Things change in that area. Okay, as we move on, everything grows and changes gradually over time. But for right now, your call squad should be Zinman, Flint, and Molly, or Alonzo if Alonzo is stronger than Zinman. Bahidi is strong, but he does not carry the offensive skill. You got to compare Bahidi to Zinman or Alonzo and see if his one offensive skill outweighs the offensive skill that you have in Zinman or Alonzo. It doesn't in Alonzo, I promise. It doesn't in Alonzo. The difference is in Alonzo is that his offensive skills are chance skills, so they don't hit on every turn. Okay, they only hit on a certain percentage of turns. That's really detailed in the battle mechanics about it. We'll dive into that when we got some more experience with the basics here. Anyway, back to what we're talking about. Because the bear doesn't consume a march, and I have 6 marches unlocked, I do not have Geronimo. Okay, so I am going to be using 1 call squad and 3 join squads. Therefore, I need to have 25% of my soldiers in each of the marches that I send. 25% in my call rally, 25% in my Jesse squad, 25% in my Jasser squad, 25% in my Suyu squad. All of my soldiers are being used with heroes. Okay. I also have good heroes. I got good skills here. I got level 5 skill on Jesse. Jasser, I think I got level 4. Oh, he's got level 3. He's got level 4 now. Suyu's level 4. So let's see. So we are going to occupy one space. And I'll show you why we do this. If I go to equalize right now, say that I'm saving my squads and I want my call squads, and I equalize right now. I'm sending 33,732 troops. And that means I'm going to have my 4 save squads, and then I'm going to have 2 squads left over. Another 33% of my soldiers are going to be doing nothing. They're going to be, if I send them to a rally, they're not going to be under a hero that's contributing. They're not to the rally bonus. And I'm just sending less soldiers in each march. I'm sending 33,000 soldiers. Now watch what happens when I occupy this space with no heroes and 1 soldier. By the way, city skin of the game right here. That is absolutely the coolest city skin I've ever seen in my life. And I want it so bad. Anyway, let's pretend we're going to occupy another one. And now, when we equalize, we have 40,000 soldiers. Okay? So we now have 20% of my soldiers. If you have Geronimo and Flint, or Geronimo and Natalia, you can stop here, because you're going to equalize. You're going to be using 20% of your soldiers in each march, okay? Because you're going to get an extra march. You're going to be able to get into an additional 15 rallies per bear trap, at least. And that's with a Geronimo. You know, anybody that's got Geronimo unlocked has got some good soldiers, and they'll be contributing well to the rallies. Let's go to, but this is where you'll stop. You'll equalize here, and you'll save this squad as your call squad. Okay, and then without leaving the screen, don't click deploy. You're just going to occupy that space right there. You'll click your Geronimo. Since I don't have Geronimo, this guy is going to pretend to be Geronimo. He's not actually this dude. He's Geronimo. And clear. And oops. Okay, so I messed that up. Notice when I switched up here, I messed it up. I needed to hit save first and then hit here. So this is going to be Geronimo, equalize, save, JER for Geronimo, save by troop quantity, and then we're going to make our Jesse squad, Jesse, equalize, save, and then we're going to make our Jasser squad, Jasser, equalize, save, and then we're going to make our Suyun squad, equalize, save, Suyun. Okay, so now we have 5 squads. This one with our best heroes, with our best hero gear on. This one with only Geronimo, only Jesse, only Jasser, only Suyun. The reason we don't put heroes here, simply put, we don't need to. The only thing these 2 heroes do, this one and this one, we could put our strongest heroes in there with our best hero gear. It's not going to make any difference at all in the rally. I have confirmed this through contact with the developers with the game. I'm a frequent. I'm somebody that sends them questions a lot. Okay, so this is a question that I ask them is I know that they don't contribute to the rally bonus, these two heroes, but I did not know if there was anything other than the rally bonus that contributed to the battle when you call an offensive rally or defensive rally. So that was the question I asked them, and the answer is no. They replied to me and they told me unequivocally that the rally bonus is the sole source of algorithm in the battle. Okay, the rally bonus decides the battle. Okay, we don't need to put any heroes here. In the future, we will, because that will increase your rally capacity. But right now, we're using 40 to 50,000 soldiers per march, and I got room for 80,000. Okay. Once we start getting more soldiers, obviously we can add heroes to this, and I can get my rally right now all the way up to 106,000. But I don't need to, okay, because I only need 40,000 troops. It doesn't matter how much my rally capacity is, as long as it's more than this. In the future, when we exceed the amount, so say this is, let's pretend again that this is an equalized march of my level 9 soldiers, okay, 106,000. That's how much it would be. That would be 25% of my soldiers. In order to get the rest of these in here, in the future, we will reduce the infantry to the point where we use all of our marksmen. We have to use all of our marksmen. That's the most important. And you could also do this instead, send no infantry. Lancers score points on the bear. Marksmen score points on the bear. Marksmen score the most points. Lancers score good points. Infantry scores poor points. It's just the extra. Whatever your infantry gets is just extra. And then in the future, we will also call rallies where we lead with Flint there. But let's get back on topic here. Setting up squads. This is how you set up your squads. Your call rally with an equalized march. Your Jarrah rally with an equalized march. Your Jesse rally. Your Jasser rally. Your Shuyi rally. You have 5 marches that are equalized, so you are using 20% of your soldiers in this march. If you do not have Geronimo, like I do not have Geronimo, here's what you're going to do. You are going to send another march like this to occupy. This consumes a second march live when you're constructing your squads, not when you're doing the bear trap, okay? This is just to make it so you don't have to do the math, essentially. Okay, so now we will go back to this screen here, pretend that we're going to attack something or occupy a space, and what we're going to do is we're going to save our call squad. We're going to equalize it again. Watch up here when I click equalize. Watch what happens. I'm using 10,000 more soldiers per march. So I'm using 25% of my total soldiers. I got about a little over 200,000 soldiers. I'm using 25% of those soldiers there in each march. So now we're going to, since we equalize that, we're going to save the call squad again. And to make this easier, I'm just going to click on this and click equalize, save, Jesse, it's probably not going to let me. Yeah, it did, okay. And then Jasser, equalize, save. Jasser. Equalize. Oops, I need Suyu. Equalize, save. Suyu. And for this one, I'm just going to change the name of it. Okay, and we'll use 5, 6, and 7 in the future. We will use 5, 6, and 7 in the future on the bear trap, absolutely. It's going to be a gradual elimination of infantry and insertion of more marksmen and lancers. Mostly marksmen, as many marksmen as we can get. We want marksmen, marksmen, marksmen. That's what we want on the bear trap, because the bear doesn't fight back. You don't need infantry. But that's about it on setting up the squads. So since I consumed 2 marches here and I have 6 marches unlocked, as you can see here, I have 4 marches left. Therefore, equalizing now gives me 25% of my soldiers in each squad. Bang, 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 bang. Okay. That's it. Any questions, hit me up. This is Poison.